Well, sports news is next, and Emmanuel Akin-dubuwa is on standby.
Well, thank you, Theophilus. We have the latest from the world of sports, and of course, starting from Nigeria, where the federal government has authorized a full return of all sporting activities in the country. That was after the Presidential Task Force on COVID-19 made the announcement on Thursday night during its weekly briefing on the public health crisis. Sporting activities have been suspended in the country since March following the outbreak of the pandemic. With the latest development, all sports, including football, can return to action behind closed doors. But the immediate resumption of professional football in the country may take a little longer following a directive from the Sports Ministry that clubs in the top 3 divisions meet up with licensing requirements before games can resume. Well, Olumide Aturu is a football consultant. He joins us now on TV's Breakfast. Good morning to you, Olumide. Thank you for joining us all the way from Abuja. Well, what's your reaction to the announcement by the Presidential Task Force announcing a return of contact and non-contact sports in the country, including football?
Okay. Good morning. Thank you so much for reaching out to us here from Abuja. You can see the excitement all over my face, and then we've been longing and waiting for this moment. It's such a nice move from the Minister of Youth and Sports and then the PTF lifting the ban on non-contact sports and contact sports in Nigeria. So it's an indication that they are really looking at how the pandemic has been around the country, and then how they've been able to work towards it, and then ensuring that we're back with our normal lives, the new normal type of football, which we have demonstrated from our 5 Stars Premier League. I think it has really worked to ensure that football is...
And that brings me to my next question. You run a grassroots football league in Abuja after the partial resumption of activities. Tell us how you were able to observe all the guidelines and how this has helped the government gain some level of confidence that sport can resume amid the pandemic in Nigeria.
We started the grassroots league following all the health guidelines by the players, officials, even though we didn't have fans, but all these players and officials, they were washing their hands thoroughly in partnership with Nigerian Red Cross. And then we were using sanitizers. We fumigated the whole pitch facility. We made sure that the officials and then the substitutes who were not playing the matches were on face masks throughout. And then we also made sure that we used the COVID-19 app that was built by our ICT partner, Zekite, to actually make sure that they run through the league season. Every of the players have downloaded the app, and then we've been using this to actually walk through the season. So far, nobody has contacted the virus. Everybody is playing safe and calm. And then the league has gotten to the quarterfinals. So it's such a good move, using it to start the league.
Well, on the final note, the sport ministry is also requesting professional clubs in the country to meet up with licensing requirements before they would resume league matches. Do you think this is too much burden on the clubs at this time, especially knowing that the health guidelines will also come with some cost?
So realistically, I would not say it's too much of a burden. But at the same time, I think they should have been pre-notified before now. All the time that we've been through the pandemic period, they should have told them, oh, look, guys, you guys should start preparations and then register, make sure your licensing and everything is intact, so that they will be preparing from all the time that we've had period of free time. And then by now, they shouldn't have been disturbing themselves with licensing and everything. But at the same time, it's not too much of a process. They should be able to find ways to work around it. They are big clubs. Nigeria is a big country, and then we should be of a big standard. Yes.
All right. Olumide Aturu, a football consultant all the way from Abuja. And of course, we hope that the 5-Star Premier League will also continue to set the standard for football activities in the country. Thank you for joining us on TVC Breakfast this Friday morning.
Thank you so much for always having us. We appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Well, that's reaction to the decision by the federal government to approve a return of sporting activities in the country. Veronica, some confidence from stakeholders that it can work amid the pandemic. Sports can resume, football can be played.
Even in Europe, we see that sporting activities have resumed, and so why should Nigeria hold back? Let's see what happens. What we have to do is take responsibility because the pandemic is not yet over. Thank you, Emmanuel.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Now let's remind you that we're streaming live on YouTube.
And you can connect with us on Twitter using the hashtag TVC Breakfast. Still ahead on the show.